want to bring you some breaking news now coming from West Houston. It's happening in the area of Wirt and Antoine. As you see here from Sky HD, there is a police chase going on right now. Let's go to Andy Bass live above the scene. Andy, what can you tell us? It looks like a slow speed chase.
It is a very slow speed chase right now. He just turned on northbound Bingle from Hammerly, we believe. That was the last major intersection that this gentleman went right through. As you can see, there's at least two HPD officers behind him and a lot more behind him as well. Very slow-moving chase. We joined in about 3 minutes ago at the Wharton 34th area, and just a very slow-moving chase. We're not too sure what this suspect is wanted for, but you can see that there are at least 4 HPD officers behind him. A very slow-moving chase. He was in and out of some neighborhoods, but for the most part, he's just going very slow, which is good news on a chase like this.
Andy, I know you've been watching this for a few minutes, and at this point, you know, when these guys are speeding a lot more than he is, sometimes we'll run into a few people. At this point, it looks like he hasn't really ran anybody else, and he's kind of just taking them in circles almost.
Almost, Eric. You know, we actually witnessed him almost coming to a complete stop at a stop sign. He hasn't turned on any of his blinkers, but he is being awfully cautious about his driving. It wasn't very erratic at all when we first joined on here. Like you said, a very slow chase. He hasn't cut anyone off. He hasn't, gone through parking lots or tried to avoid anyone. That's just a very slow-moving chase, just not willing to pull over right now.
You know, a lot of times, Andy, when suspects are fleeing police officers, especially at a slow speed like this, they're trying to get rid of something. Have you seen anything being thrown out of the vehicle?
Have not, and all the windows have been rolled up since we have joined the chase, so there has not been anything thrown out of the vehicle as of yet.
And Andy, I know sometimes you'll get different vantage points on this, just the way you're able to swing around Sky HD. Have you been able to tell how many people could possibly be in this, what looks to be a white Chevy Tahoe?
I have not been able to put my camera in there to see how many people. Obviously, there's at least one person in there driving that vehicle. Haven't heard anything more on the scanners to see how many other people, if there is any other people in that vehicle.
He's having to slow down right here. You said he blew through an intersection before, didn't you, that he had blown through a light? It looks like he's stopping here. I see a police officer on ground there.
That is correct, and there's spikes
there
out.
You
can see that the guys are drawn out with their pistols.
Oh, we see
so
the
they got this guy surrounded along with some
Yeah.
other people. There are spikes out, so that's why he didn't go anywhere. It looks like he's trying to back up, but it looks like they might have the drop on him.
He can't back up. If we just stay with this, he's going to have to get out. He or she is going to have to get out of the vehicle pretty quickly. How many officers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at least that I can count from our picture.
And again, he stopped, as Andy noted, because if you look in front of the vehicle on the ground, spike strips have been laid out already. So at this point, they've got that passenger door open. Looks like they're about to pull that driver out. And I guess,
there you go. The car's starting to roll, and there he is, he or she on the floor, on the ground, I should say.
Okay, it looks like the SUV was still in gear, it looks like, when they pulled him out. And kind of just took off. But he has definitely been subdued. Now you see a police canine on scene as well at this point.
And only one person was taken from that vehicle, no secondary person coming out or being pursued right now by police officers. So this situation under control as the dog is on standby in the event that the suspect was able to flee. We didn't get a good look at the suspect to really be able to tell if it was male or female. So we don't yet know. I guess I'll stand up in a second.
It appears to be a male. That's what I can tell up here from the shorts and the legs that I see in the bottom of the screen. It appears to be a male right now.
Okay, we'll stand by and let him stand. Him or her. I keep saying him. I apologize to the men out there. Shortly, he or she will be standing up.
Okay, well, it looks like
see some of the legs there.
Yeah, they kind of went through the SUV there to make sure no one else is inside. You can see that suspect definitely handcuffed now. They're rolling the suspect over. Looks like we'll continue to gather information on this, folks, and anything else we get as to especially how this chase started and what this man's accused of. Good thing here, though, it looks like no one was injured during this chase and no shots fired either. So police able to take him in without any collateral damage, so to speak.
Yes, it ended as neatly, for lack of a better word, as these things can. We'll, of course, give you more information about the suspect and why it is this pursuit began later on Eyewitness News tonight at 10. But that wraps up this police chase here from North Houston. But we begin with new developments in a chase we brought you as breaking news right here on Eyewitness News at 6 earlier this week. This evening, we are hearing from the driver who watched this dramatic scene unfold right next to her car. And good evening, I'm Gina Gaston.
I'm Eric Barajas in for Dave Ward. The driver in that chase has now been charged with the murder of his girlfriend.
Eyewitness 2's reporter Pooja Lodia joins us live with the latest. Pooja?
That murder suspect lives here in this gated community in Humble. We did speak to the victim's family members. They tell us they knew it was that suspect as soon as they saw the chase unfolding on live television. This is what it took to arrest 35-year-old murder suspect Onturia White. Dozens of investigators chased him through northwest Houston on Tuesday.
I was only thinking about the public because they were in danger.
Deputies finally managed to throw down a spike strip and surround White's SUV. See that white car next to it?
She's sitting here, so the first thing I do is just fold her down, and then I start pushing her to the floor.
Tisha De Leon and her 10-year-old daughter Emily just happened to be in the crossfire.
And the suspect said, "Shoot me, I'm not going to jail, you can shoot me." And all you can think is, please don't shoot him.
De Leon says investigators told her to put the car in park. One of them then used the car as a tool, alternating between hiding behind it for cover and lying on top of it, always with his gun aimed.
You have 3 guns on the other side. If one misses, one ricochets, they keep shooting and one hits the car the bad way, it's coming directly in here, and we have nowhere to go. We have no option.
The Harris County Sheriff's Office says the pursuit was, quote, fluid and dynamic, and deputies did what they had to arrest a dangerous and possibly armed murder suspect. But policy allows deputies to give up chase if the situation gets too dangerous. Quote, the deputy's ability to supervise or control other motorists by the nature of existing circumstances is limited, and it is his or her duty to avoid contributing to the danger already created by the violator.
If they had enough time to block the intersection, put out spikes, and post up on the car, then you had enough time to tell me, get out.
And De Leon says she does not blame those investigators. She feels like they were just doing their jobs, but she does wish that she didn't have to be involved in this whole chase. Meanwhile, White is due back in court later on this month. Live in Humble tonight, Pooja Lodia, 13 Eyewitness News.